Today, in America, the net wealth of a typical black family is around 1/10 that of a white family. Let me doodle you a story about Elijah's 1/10. We'll begin his story 18 years ago, just after his mother's junior year in high school. Elijah's first breath followed closely behind his dad's last breath. He was a victim of gun violence, two lives separated like two ships passing in the night. From the onset, Elijah and his mom spent time without a home. One can say their net was 1/100th that of a typical white household. Elijah is a product of foster care, bad schools, foreclosure, debt, drugs, violence. The list goes on, and so too does this generational cycle of distress. The first chapter of Elijah's story, in so many ways, sucked. Elijah needed an out, and so the next chapter would transform his life forever. Before Elijah's senior year of high school, while juggling the heaviest of rocks, one being COVID-19, he found himself homeless once again. Standing on his uncle's doorstep, he asked, "Unc," that's what he calls his uncle, "can I bunk with you?" He settled in, plugged in his gaming station, and played that morning until the next. If Harvard offered gaming as a subject, Elijah would graduate with honors. Speaking of college, Elijah asked for help to apply for college. Elijah has always hated school, and in so many ways, systemically, school hated him back. So why school? He needed to go to college to fulfill his purpose in life. He didn't want to end up in a situation like those closest to him, with jobs they despise, paycheck to paycheck, unable to pursue their dreams, plagued by transitioning from school to real life. In Elijah's words, "I want to afford a life of power, to live my life as I define it." For Elijah, that meant a college degree, intellectual nourishment, opportunity, and reap the rewards of healthy apples that fall from the same trees that were once planted for and by those unlike Elijah. 1.5 years later, a day Elijah thought would never come, he completed his first semester in college, earning a 3.7 GPA from Morgan State. Not too shabby, young man. Elijah's mom, her mom, grandmother, and so on struggled to find their American dream. One can't imagine how Elijah's life would be impacted differently had he been provided a legacy with power. Elijah now has a chance to fulfill his purpose, stand on his own hill, to thereby share with the next coming of Elijahs. Elijah's dream of finding his power, affording a life of purpose, unrestricted opportunity, wealth, an equitable education, and relationships that spark upward mobility, that's his American dream.